Hey, it's Midnight Raven, and today we're doing another Unknowns Victims case. So today the case is called Nude in the Nettles. So welcome to my channel. I am the Midnight Raven. This is True Crime with Raven. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have a thing for true crime cases, unsolved mysteries, missing people, and that kind of thing, then you've come to the right channel. This is the Unknown Victims mini-series that's in my True Crime with Raven channel. So let's get into this video and identify the nude in the nettles. So when the phone rang at a rural Yorkshire police station in the summer of 1981, PC John Jeffries would answer the phone call, and a suspicious caller on the end of the phone would claim that he had found a decomposed body among the willow herbson on land near Skelton Moor House. So I'll say that again. A decomposed dead body was found in willow herbs on land near Skelton Moor House. I'm not surprised that the police officer wanted it repeated, because just hearing of a decomposed body just laying on some moorland. So when pressured for his name, the caller decided that he didn't want to give his name or address for national security reasons, and the caller then hung up the phone. So, no help there. PC Jeffries would make his way to the area that the caller had said a supposed decomposed dead body would be found. He took a colleague with him, and after a couple of hours they would arrive in the area that the decomposed body was meant to have been found. And lo and behold, the officers would find the skeletal remains of a woman in the undergrowth, in exactly the place they had said, willow herbs, on land near Skelton Moor House. So the caller was obviously in the area and didn't want to be associated with it, or was the actual killer phoning in his own crime? So there was no imminent physical evidence to help identify the woman. She had no ID on her, no handbag, no nothing to give any clue of who she was. The only things in the area located were a black evening gown and underwear found hanging from a nearby tree, but could not be linked to the dead woman. Near the body was also fresh tracks, but nothing else. No lines of investigation at this point. The pathologist's report could only confirm that she had given birth to 2 or 3 children, and that she had suffered from a bad back as well as a fractured ankle at some point. She had dental surgery for an upper dermal plate fitted at some point as well, and it is estimated she had died up to 2 years before being discovered. Now, a witness came forward, a young jockey, who told officers he had been riding his horse in that area in 1979 and had noticed a foul smell and had intended to report it. But while horse riding, he fell from his horse, broke his leg, and had forgotten until the body was discovered, and news became that a woman was discovered in the area near to where he was riding his horse, and then had not reported it. He was hospitalized for his broken leg, obviously had a lot of pain medication, and apparently it slipped his mind about the foul smell, so he never reported it. Police said they were looking for a woman that was around her age of about 40, was around 5'4" tall, with dark brown hair and toenails that had been painted with Max Factor pink pale varnish. But no one had any answers to the call for any info after these details were released to the public. The police thought they had a breakthrough when they noticed a woman called Geraldine Crawley had absconded from an open prison near York around the same time as the Nude in the Nettles woman had died. Geraldine's medical records showed she also suffered from an injury of an ankle fracture at some point, but hopes were dashed when Geraldine herself, on the run, wrote to the police and provided them with fingerprints and a signature to prove that Geraldine was still alive and that the body could not be her. Strange. Someone escapes from an open prison. They message the police and says, "Excuse me, yes, I'm not dead." Who knew? Over the next few years, some clues pointed towards that it could have been the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe, that had killed this young woman, but he was never questioned or investigated for the death of this woman. In 2012, the body was exhumed to provide a DNA profile, and the following year, her profile was added to the national DNA base, but there has never been any progress to identify the woman. She was buried in a Malton cemetery in 1983. I hope I said that right. 18 months after her body had been found in a plain coffin with the simple two-word inscription, "Name unknown." So to this day, the Nude in the Nettles, the decomposed body of a dead woman, has never been named. This woman has remained a mystery, unsolved, and technically alone, with no way of having a killer brought to justice, and no way of identifying this woman who supposedly was left in the open to decompose. It's a shocking story, isn't it? So, over the years, there have been many looks into this case, but with the fact that Geraldine, who escaped from the open prison, wasn't the woman they were looking for, the leads kind of drew to a stunted close. Although the case is still open, and one day Geraldine, you never know, may turn to light that this woman, Geraldine, wasn't the woman who is still alive, and that this woman has a different name. But evidence at the minute would suggest that this woman will remain unknown indefinitely. So if you like this case, give it a big thumbs up. Amazingly, cases like this happen all the time. Unknown victims are never named. Some people are murdered, burnt, chopped up, disregarded, left to decompose, and then DNA evidence is hard to recover from a body, especially if it's been burnt, put in water, or it's decomposed over a long period of time. DNA does not hold up well in certain environments, and the more time that goes between the death and the location of the body, the less DNA that can be recovered to even tell you who the woman is, let alone who killed her. So, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. This is True Crime with Raven. This was the unknown victims, the Nettles in the Woods case. If you want to see more from me, do remember to click that notification bell. I do load videos every day of a variety of content, including True Crime with Raven. And I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye guys.